Your Storm Alert Team Forecast from meteorologist Brittany Foster.
Well, we've had a pretty busy Friday already today. Rain this morning, some thunderstorms, and now we're seeing a little bit calmer conditions. Matter of fact, clouds are actually building back into the area after they briefly cleared this morning, which is good news because that might, with the clouds building back in, prevent us from getting very unstable in the atmosphere and lower that chance for some severe weather. So having those clouds back in might end up helping us later today, but even right now, if we look at our instability rather outside, you can see a lot of southeast Nebraska just covered in pretty moderate and high instability. So we have a lot of unstableness outside, and that's going to help those thunderstorms quickly fire up later today. Here's a look at STORMCAST. 5 o'clock, clear, and then quickly 6 o'clock, we already start to see a few thunderstorms firing up right in southeast Nebraska. As we head towards 8 o'clock, this line starts to develop, stretching all the way across eastern Nebraska. Now, this is going to push through fairly quickly. After they fire up at 6 o'clock, they're already close to that state border as we head towards 8 and 10 o'clock and beyond. A few thunderstorms firing up behind the cold front, potentially by 10 o'clock, but close to midnight, we should be almost done with these thunderstorms. So pretty fast, but also these are going to be extremely strong storms as they do fire through. And I do want to show you another model because we have kind of a situation going on where it all depends on where these storms fire up along the cold front. This model is showing them by 4 o'clock firing up further off to the west of Lincoln, eventually making its way right towards Lancaster County by 6 o'clock. Towards state line and beyond by 9 o'clock. So the timing is still a little up there as well as the location because cold fronts are a little tricky when it comes to trying to determine where the placement will be. But overall, here's what we're thinking. Storms are going to fire up along that cold front anytime after 5 o'clock, and I think mainly in far or southeast Nebraska. So a little bit closer to state line. Gusty winds and hail are going to be the main threats as we look at these storms firing up later today, and anytime before midnight, again, we should start to see things calming down and wrapping up as we get ready to start off your weekend tomorrow. But with those severe threats, like I said, wind and hail are going to be the biggest concerns. But we do have the chance to see maybe a few tornado warnings being thrown out. We do have the proper ingredients to form a few tornadoes, so we'll be watching that later this evening, anytime after 5 o'clock, and maybe even some flooding. Keep in mind, some of us did receive some of that rain earlier today, and also we could have some storms that drop a lot of rain at once. So that's what's going on with our chance for severe weather tonight. Let's take a break from that, though, and look at the next few hours before the storms get here. Temperatures will reach those upper 80s, maybe even a few low 90s out there as we get into the evening later today. And as we look at tonight, things really start to cool down. That cooler air from the front starts to build in. We drop right back down to the low 60s, clearing skies, and the wind shifts right back out of the northwest, which means a little bit drier air coming in, which is good news for the weekend, which means not as humid conditions for your Saturday. A great day to be outside. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Sunday, upper 80s with low 90s, potentially also in the forecast a little bit more humid conditions, but overall a little bit of a better forecast just in time for the weekend, and a little cooler one because, again, by Monday and Tuesday, we start to see that humidity increasing. Highs back in the low 90s, but that could feel more like the triple digits outside. And also, if you notice behind me, there's a lot of chances for some scattered rain as we go through at least Thursday of next week. So a lot to talk about out there, but our focus today is going to be that chance for severe weather anytime after 5 o'clock, guys.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Brittany. And we'll be